You're about to embark on a journey that will forever change all that you know about yourself. But before we learn who you will become, we need to know who you are now. Is this you? Finally, when it comes to romantic interests, this decision will affect your romantic options for the entirety of this book. So you're sure of your choice. Yeah, get on with it. As the story unfolds, you will learn more about yourself than you would ever dreamed imaginable. But all truths come with a cost. And good luck, Elijah. Now playing as someone not quite yourself. The wind whips across your face as you race through barren trees, trying to put some distance between you and the creature chasing you. The voice of the monster's roar shakes the ground beneath your feet. You trip at the edge of a pool of black water, catching a glimpse of your scratched and muddy face in the process. Come on, get up. Keep moving. You dig your fingers into the black soil, pushing yourself toward the mirror you've been desperately seeking. Just a little further. When suddenly, the beast crashes through the trees just behind you. You roll onto your back as the creature thunders toward your prone body. Out of options, you draw your hands up and a searing energy pulses through your fingertips. Yongguan, Trablem. Now playing as Elijah. You bolt upright in your bed, clutching your chest. That felt so real. Your phone buzzes aggressively on the nightstand, and you look over to see that it's almost 10. The alarm has been going off for almost 2 hours. Crap, I'm gonna be late for that meeting with my advisor. You scramble out of bed and dash to your closet to draw something on. It was cheap. Once you're dressed, you bolt out of the door, not noticing someone watching you from inside the mirror. You run into your advisor's office without a moment to spare. You drop into the chair across from your desk. Sorry, I overslept. You're not late, so that's quite alright, Mr. She rifles through some papers on her desk. Just Elijah is fine. Elijah, right, forgive me. I'm used to deal with more troubled students. She finds the right file and slides behind her desk. As she scans the pages, she frowns. By all accounts, you're a perfect student. It's only a couple of weeks into the quarter, but your grades and attendance are excellent. So I gotta ask, Elijah, why are you here? It's hard to describe. I know I should be happy, but I'm just not. I tried so hard, but no matter what I do, it all just feels like I'm sitting in a waiting room or something, and no one ever calls my name. And what is it exactly that you're waiting for? I guess I'm looking for a life of adventure. What? A life exploring new worlds, collecting ancient artifacts, glowing with mysterious powers. That's not too much to ask for, is it? No, there are certainly some original aspirations, but I can't help you live in a fantasy world, Elijah. Yeah, I know. I'm only joking. I just wish I knew what it was I was looking for. Whatever it is, it's not this. I know you're at a crossroads right now, and one of the directions you can go would mean dropping out of Hartfield. It crossed my mind. Please don't do it. When this phase you're in ends, you don't want to discover that you're giving up your chance to get a degree, do you? But what if you're wrong? What if it's not a phase? I'll tell you what. Why don't you go home and think about it? Will you do that for me? Sure, I guess I can do that. Later, you stand in the bathroom of your suite and look at yourself squarely in the mirror in front of you. I know you belong somewhere. I know there's more to you than just this. Suddenly, the lights in the room flicker. What the hell? Something catches your attention at the corner of your eye. It glints in the bathroom mirror. Huh? Why do I look like this? What the hell? That looks like my face, but you raise a hand to your face, but when your reflection doesn't move, you freeze. The mirror itself looks a little odd, almost shimmery. Am I dreaming again? You reach a shaky hand toward the mirror, and when your fingers touch the surface, they press into the glass. Whoa. You try to pull back, but your hand won't come free. Your palm starts to sink into the glass, then your forearm, and before you know it... Wait, what? Your whole body is sucked through. Rushing water yanks you forward, forcing you to squeeze your eyes shut against the current. Just as you feel your lungs starting to strain, a splash comes from your right. You feel a pair of strong, sturdy arms wrap around your middle and pull you to the water surface. You feel yourself being dragged onto dry land and sputter as you wipe the water from your eyes. You try to get your bearings, take a moment to gape at your surroundings. Where? Here's the title drop. Welcome to the Elementalists. If I even said that right. Chapter 1. Open Enrollment. In front of you is a picturesque collection of cozy-looking buildings with steepled roofs, a manicured lawn, and an ostentatious statue out front. I was doing so well. A whole new world. Where the heck are you? Bajrugak, the carved marble figure, keeps moving around and overhead. People fly around on a variety of objects, including an ottoman, a broom, and an ornamental rug. This isn't real. Right? Where? Hey, you're okay. I got you. You're a new student here, right? I am a student. Great. Missed all the mirrors by a mile, but you made it. Welcome to Pendergast, College of Elemental Magics. Since it's the first day of the new semester, we should probably get you out of the dining hall. Probably get you to the dining hall for orientation, if you're feeling okay, that is. As you turn and try and get your bearings, you see a tall, haughty guy eyeing you disdainfully from nearby. I suppose I should have listened to my dad when he said that admission standards are in decline here. Didn't you read the information packet? There are arrival protocols, you know. Who are you? Campus police? Why don't you take them to orientation and then make yourself useful? Absolutely not. I'm Beckett Harrington. I don't have time to show the other freshmen on campus. His lip curls into a sneer as he says this. He gives you one last wiltering look before he turns and stalks away. I guess it's just you and me. It's just you and me then. I'm Griffin. He smiles at you warmly and offers his hand. You shake it, your fingers trembling from shock and the water cooling on your skin. I am Elijah, and also, I'm very confused. Here, Elijah, let me help you. You feel a change in the air around him as he brings his clasped fist up to his mouth and blows through them. Suddenly, hey, I'm completely dry. There you go. Get this now. You might still want to change at some point, though. It tends to get chilly in the evenings. Griffin turns the air current on himself, shaking one off his shoes as he dries them. Sorry if the word was a little shoddy. Air magic isn't the most natural to us Earth arts, but Professor England says I'm getting it. Come on, I'll take you up to the school for orientation. He turns and starts to walk toward the front of the school, and you stumble after him. Okay, wait, so you're saying this is some kind of school? To learn magic? Good to see there's no permanent damage from that trip to the lake. He passed a large statue in the center of campus, and it swivels its head to look at you. Oh, that's just a security system set to vaporize any autonomous intruders. But there hasn't been one on campus in, well, I don't even know. Oh god, I would really love to not be vaporized. You keep an eye on the statue, but soon looks away. You let out a relieved sigh. When you turn back, you reach the massive double doors at the front of the school. Welcome to Pendergast. You follow me this way. I'll show you to the... Your friend starts to the staircase, but the loud chiming of a bell stops him. He looks at his watch for the start. Oh crap, I totally forgot about this. This deep team meeting I'm supposed to go to. Wait, you can't leave me. Of course not. I'll drop you off at the dining hall. We're just gonna have to speed this tour up, so. You follow him up the stairs, which lead into an adjoining hallway. The dining hall is just at the end of this hall, and to the left. This is the school's main building, so there's a ton of offices and stuff in here. Reception, dean's office, classrooms. Some of the internment placement exams are held here too. Internment placement? I think it's kind of silly too. I knew Earth was my thing when I caused a tiny earthquake, during a tantrum over dessert when I was 5. Right, totally. As you pass one of the doors of the hall, you hear a small commotion coming from inside. Oh hell! Griffin? What's this room? That's the hall of mirrors, where you were supposed to come through. The first thing you see when you open the door is a beautiful girl with long, dark hair, trying desperately to pull her foot out of the floor-length mirror. Oh, thank goodness. Some assistance, s'il vous plaît. You and Griffin rush over, each take one of her hands and tug until she comes free. She stumbles right into your arms, blows her bangs out of her face with a smile. Oops, straight misery. In your arms and at your service. Good catch, by the way. Thanks. You're gorgeous. Shreya straightens up and smooths her outer hair. Oh, thank you for noticing. Aren't you sweet? You're not too bad yourself. It's supposed to be my reward for braving those heinous mirrors. I must prefer air travel if I'm being honest. But at least I made it. I was about 5 minutes away from starting my freshman year, a month late. Why a month? That's when the first visitor stay is. When the wards reopen, of course. Guess Pendergast is stuck with me now. Well, welcome. I'm Griffin. This is Elijah. He's a freshman too. I'll just show him to the dining hall if you want to come with. No need. No need. I know just where it is. I'm a legacy student. She struts out of the hall of mirrors. A short while later, Griffin stops in front of a pair of ornate doors. Well, that is a Griffin door. Sorry, I was kind of rushed. I gotta go, but good luck with the rest of orientation. Actually, if you can just... He's already bounding down the hall. You turn toward the giant double doors and steer yourself before you push them open. As you slip into the hall, you're momentarily overwhelmed by the high ceilings, stained glass windows, and the countless dining room tables. A handful of heads swivel in your direction, though the dean continues to drone up on front. Hey, over here! A guy with a megawatt smile waves you over to a nearby table, and you hurriedly slide into the seat next to him. Hey, you're late. I'm Zephyr. You can call me Zephyr if you want. I'm Elijah. No cool nickname, just Elijah. So, Elijah, what's your stomach? I am waiting until tomorrow to find out for sure. Don't want to jinx it? He opens his mouth to respond, but is cut off by the dean loudly clearing her throat. In conclusion, I'd like to remind you all that this is an institution of higher learning, not a playground for children. put in the work, or go home. Around you, students start to rise to their feet and shuffle through the doors. Jean walks briskly off stage. She's just full to the brim with the warm fuzzies, isn't she? Wait, it's over? I missed the whole thing. Don't worry. The Inglefields beaches are notoriously dry. Besides, I'm an expert listening and speaking at the same time. The gist is, the freshmen will line up at 7 a.m. in the foyer tomorrow to get assigned one of the staff as their examiner for a placement test. He points out at the stage where a hairy, kind-faced man with horns is seated behind a table with a few other teachers. I had a voice for him, but I can't do it. My voice went too low. As he stands up, you see that the bottom half of his torso ends in thick, furry hunches and hooves. Holy crap, this is a satyr? Yep, you don't see many of them around these parts. Zeph stands up as well, and you follow him to join the queue of students exiting the hall. Classes will start after the freshmen have been placed, and your schedule will be given for you then as well. So, what do we do now? Basically, the rest of the day is free. My roommate and I have a fun evening bounding and laying out house rules ahead of us. You follow the crowd of freshmen out into the grounds and immediately lose track of Zeph. Now what? Hey, Elijah. You turn to the voice and see Griffin coming toward you from the direction of the bridge. It's your orientation. How was it? As one of the last years? No, it was really interesting actually. Well, not the actual speech, I missed most of that. But I saw Satara, I think, and I'm pretty sure I made a new friend. I saw so much considering where I was this morning. In the whirlwind of the day, you had briefly forgotten about your situation, but all comes flooding back. Oh my God. I can't believe how far away from home I am. I thought I had a place at Hartfield, but now... Are you okay? You realize that you're going completely rigid, your body tense, force a laugh and will yourself to relax. Just, the first day jitters, I guess. It's all a bit overwhelming. Put a gentle hand on your shoulder, giving you a reassuring smile. Hey, it's gonna be okay. If it makes you feel any better, you're really bright. I think my third grade teacher told me that once. No, I mean like inside. I can feel your energy through the ground. I felt that as soon as you stepped on the campus, actually. Really? What did I feel like? It felt like taking your first sip of a hot drink that's just cooled down. The kind of warm you get all over your body, you know? A hot drink? Is this your way of flirting? I bet you call all the guys hot drinks. Only the ones that warm me from inside out. You feel your cheeks start to heat as you struggle to find something to say. He laughs again, unfazed. It gets better, you know. My first day here was awful. I didn't really know anyone at first, but I figured that thanks to my deep scholarship, I'd at least have my teammates. Then, next thing I know, I'm running naked across the lawn, chasing the clothes my captain magic to life while I was in the showers. No. My point is, that day sucked, but there isn't a single moment since then that I regret coming here. Especially not now. Yeah, maybe it's not the worst thing that this is where I ended up. One thing I learned in my time here is that if something happens to you, good or bad, it happened for a reason. I think you're meant to be here. He pauses thoughtfully, a sly grin spreading across his face. I got an idea. I could really need your help with something, if you're up for it. If anything, it might make for a good distraction. Yeah? But what could you possibly need my help for? There's this thing I lost last year. I must have missed it while I was packing up my dorm room, but I'm pretty sure I know where it is now. Still, it's gonna be hard to spot, and an extra set of eyes would be fantastic. Do you want to help me and try to find it? Premium choices can offer unique opportunities for romance and adventure. They can also sometimes unlock special spells, potion ingredients, mysterious clues, and more. The amount of times I played this, I never done this scene because I didn't care about Griffin enough to actually do the scene, so yes, I'm doing this for you guys. You're the first friendly face I met here. The least I can do is lend you a hand with this. Awesome. I have a feeling you're gonna like this. These probably long chapters, goddamn. You follow Griffin Drew campus and down a hallway very similar to the one earlier. It leads you past several doors and right into a dead end. If this is where your lost item is, it shouldn't be too hard to find, considering there's nothing here. Hang on a second. Griffin presses his palms together. He begins moving his hands back and forth in front of the wall, as if wiping the steam from a mirror. With each move, the wall seems to melt away, revealing a door behind it. Well, am I seeing things? You gape at the door, then blink a few times, and rub at your temples. Yeah, staring at invisibility boards for too long gives everyone a headache. It has something to do with feeling the magic there, but not being able to see it. Now watch this. Griffin clenches his hands into his face. Then he presses his knuckles together and takes a deep breath. Here we go. He exhales and places 2 fingers against the doorknob. After hearing a satisfying click, he opens the door. Wait, did you just magically unlock the door? Yeah, it's a little more challenging. Metal's usually tough to work with, but it's close to earth, so I do alright. You shake your head in disbelief as Griffin leads you inside. The room is packed full of objects. Boxes overflow with colorful knickknacks, and shelves bend under the weight of an assortment of curios. To your left, a stuffed raven caws loudly. There's a dim aisle that winds through, giving you just enough space to walk. Griffin starts to rifle through the shelves. Wow. Your eyes flick about, enough to take everything in. Spot a candle glowing with a bright purple flame, and a large, spiky ball of metal hovering in midair. The thing we're looking for is a silver ball, about the size of my fist, with an ounce button at the top. I see why you need the help. The bell rings, and after looking around, you spot it in the hand of an eerie doll. It smiles down at you from a high shelf and rings the bell again. Wow, I hate that. What is this place? It's a lost environment of sorts. Everything seems to be getting on the campus ends up in here. The professors put confiscated items here too, hence the wards. As you walk further into the room, you catch sight of a jar full of shiny, jagged ovals shimmering in the overhead light. Those are beautiful. Dragon scales. I wonder what to do not here. There's a lot of money gone to waste. Finderduck. You stiffen at the sound and slowly turn, expecting to see something behind you. Oh, know that. It's just gonna spew nonsense at you. Your eyes fall on a pendant with a woman's face and profile carved into an alabaster shell. Why is this here? The woman's mouth suddenly moves. Timothy. What language is that? Honestly, I don't have a clue. I'm guessing it was some kind of prank gift. Griffin sifts through some boxes behind you while you scan the rest of the room. You laugh as you catch sight of a unicycle propped up in the corner. You're not telling me that magical unicycles are a thing, are you? Last year, some kid thought it'd be fun to enchant it to fly. The professor confiscated it after he fell off of it about 3 stories up. Turns out unicycles don't like to be enchanted. You wander over to an object. You wander over to an open box of unusual objects and start picking through them. Start picking through it. As you pick up this grab, the jewels shift colors, cycling from soft purples to bright oranges and everything in between. This is beautiful. What's it for? Griffin joins you, peering over your shoulder. No, but the professors use that for atonement placement. Fireballs usually have a connection with scarabs, since they're a symbol of Ra, the Egyptian sun god. I guess that makes sense. You turn the scarab over in your hand and it feels surprisingly warm. You walk a little further down the aisle, squinting at the shelves. A metallic glint catches your eye, and you pick up a silver ball. Hey Griffin, I found your thing. What? Nice. I do provide you along with a smart move. Your thumb slides over the diamond-shaped piece of onyx at the top, and with a click, several panels pop out on all sides. Whoa. You look up at the ceiling. The lights in the room have dimmed, and all around the room, sprinkled across the clutter, are stars. This is a star tracker. It maps the rotation of stars. They're a tool for astral weavers mostly, but I found this one here a while ago. Astral weavers? Griffin's voice comes from behind you, suddenly very close. They maintain constellations mostly. A lot of eras go into that field after graduation. Is that what you want to do after school? Nah, Earth's a little more grounded than that. I'm thinking of majoring in natural preservation sciences. I just like having a star tracker. It makes me feel bigger than myself, being able to see the stars so close and in real time like this. What do you think? Worth finding? Yeah, but the company's better. It was nice being able to spend more time with you. Yeah, it really was. You glance up at him as the stars around you twinkle and shift. He sees you looking and gives you a teasing grin that makes your face heat up. He reaches out and places his hand over yours, covering the tracker. Panels fold in and the stars disappear. We should get out of here. I don't like to leave the ward on the door down for too long. Sure. Did you show me to the dorm? This campus is huge, and if I try to find it myself, I'd probably end up sleeping on the front lawn. Griffin chuckles as he leads you out like the lost and found. Just let me stay there, because I'm clearly lost. Outside, you follow him to a building on the other side of campus. A plaque on the building's door reads, Fletchy Residence Hall. Here you go. Once you get inside, someone will help you find your room. I'm sure of it. Hey, and thanks again, Elijah. I appreciate you helping me find my star tracker. Don't worry about it. You helped me out so much today, I had to return the favor. See you around? You get your nod before walking away. You stir yourself and push open the door to the dorms. As soon as you enter the nearly empty dorm lobby, an upperclassman with a clipboard waves you over. Welcome, Pendergast. How can I help you? Need help finding your room? Jarre cocks her head to the side. You can just tell me your last name, and I'll point you in the right direction. But yeah, we haven't. Yeah, it acts as a first name and not a last name until like now. You give her your last name, and your stomach rolls as your eyes skim the clipboard. Snyder, by the way. Wait a minute. She glances at you, then back at the page. Okay, I have to confess, I'm not actually a... Then she flips the page over. Here we go. Elijah Snyder, first floor, room 108. Your roomie has been checked in since this morning. You hurry away down the hall, simultaneously relieved and even more confused than you were before. If this is also a mistake, how is my name on the list? Behind the doors down the hall, you can hear music, people laughing, and even an occasional war. Finally, you find number 108. You see that there's no doorknob. Come on, does this place come with an instruction manual? Put your hands out and lean against the door. Take a moment to center yourself. And your hand slips right through. You feel a chill go through you as you fall through a transparent blue wall and onto the floor. As soon as you're in, the door reforms. It's you again. Oh, that lucky girl. Oh, right. Familiar. I kinda lost you in the dining hall. Yes, sorry about that. I had friends waiting, and, well, you know how that goes. I'm so pleased. I'll be a perfect roommate. I don't know what you heard about me, but I assure you it's only partially true. When she pauses for air, or maybe dramatic effect. Take a look at your surroundings. I was hoping my roommate would have a bit more energy in the style department, but being as trendy as me isn't easy. Well, say something. I think you're even cuter than before. Oh, I like you already. I think I'm gonna like you too. If you don't mind, I had the worst day, and I could really use a second to relax. Relax. He plopped down on the nearby couch, sinking into the soft cushions. Shreya perches on a chair across from you. You sigh. He said that whatever I heard about you was only partially true. Shreya rolls her eyes. I know you're thinking about me and Fifi's staff at Mysteries Inc.'s annual charity fashion show. Fifi? Mystery Inc.? Charity show? No, the one with the lava rock went away. It's all over the news a month ago. Not to brag. I get the feeling that if I tell you that I have no idea who you are, it's gonna be a whole thing. Shreya is absolutely still for a moment before she finally smiles, though it looks almost painful. Not at all. My family is only the number one for of enchanted objects worldwide, but why'd you know that? Besides, this was the whole point. To come to college, have new experiences, fly under the radar, become the person that I want to be, you know? So you're complaining about being famous? If I was a magical object baroness or whatever, I made sure everyone knew. It's not as great as it seems. There are perks, but if you never get to be in control of your own story, everyone thinks they already know you. I guess that can be hard. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, nothing fits? Like the things that you think are gonna make you happy never do? These are gonna be long chapters. Absolutely. It's how I felt all the time. Until I arrived here, that is. This morning, I was at this college I used to think was finally gonna be my place in the world. But it very quickly became clear that it wasn't. Then I got here and, yeah, it's a little weird and a little hard to believe, but for the first time, something finally feels right. And now it's all gonna be taken away again. And it's all gonna be taken away. Taken away? I don't understand. Why would... Your voice trembles like you finally tell the truth, revealing a secret you've been keeping in since your arrival. I can't do magic. What? Lower your voice to barely more than a whisper. I was in my dorm bathroom at Hartfield, and there was something weird in the mirror. And when I touched it, I just... You drew your hands up, unable to explain, not even know what happened yourself. I don't know what to do now. I'm afraid of what will happen if I tell someone, but I know I can't leave. You watch Shreya guiltily as she stares at you wide-eyed. You're not gonna erase my memory or my brain or... I'll help you. You will? Why would you do that? I don't mean to sound suspicious, but you barely know me. Why would you stick your neck out for me? Because it sounds like fun. Part of the reason I came to college was to meet all different kinds of people, and you, Elijah, are quite an interesting kind of person. But have you considered that there may be magic in you? Have you tried any? I'm trying to talk fast with her because it seems like that's what she does. Talks fast. Well, there was that thing with the door? No, the doors are enchanted except the tenant's genetic code. That wouldn't count. Shreya taps her fingers on the coffee table. Her eyes rove in the room. When they stop, she grins and hops out of the chair. I got it. Come on. Let's go before the shop... I got it. Come on. Let's go before the shop closes. Wait. Where will you be going? I know we can leave campus. You follow Shreya across the room and find yourself facing the door with a variety of doorknobs in different shapes and sizes screwed into it. There are a few pre-selected places we'll have to go, like Penn Square, for example. You notice that each knob has a neatly inscribed inscribed label above it. Elijah's room, Shreya's room, Penn Square. Wait, I say my room was in there? Sure, so was mine, and Penn Square, and the lake. That one was up in the tree, though it can be quite unpleasant if you run into a burg spider. Shreya examines the labels carefully until finally she finds the knob labeled Penn Square. She turns and pushes the door open. Whoa. Charming, right? After the sun, the square is bustling with activity. You see a stately woman with deep blue skin and tusked dragon a kicking toddler with impish horns past the magical toy store. Beyond that, a pair of men with pointed elfish ears and webbed hands bait over a beaded bracelet at a star market marked charms. Is that a vendor selling heads? Just a nearby stall with a handful of shriveled human heads hanging from the eaves. Shreya grabs your arm and starts leading you away, hurriedly. Yes, but you want to stay away from those unless you want to end up with a nasty Juris. Go on, anyways, we need to get you something to help you with that, with the whole no magic thing. And how exactly are we supposed to fix that? She stops abruptly in front of a shop labeled Missing DU. The sign on the window describes it as a one-stop shop for one-stop shopping. Let's get inside and see if they have what we're looking for. Inside, every square inch of the shop is packed with clothes, knickknacks, and all manner of glowing, spinning, and rattling mystical objects. How are we even supposed to find anything in here? Nice welcoming. Just a second, please. A rustling from the pile of lamps on your left makes you jump. Behind the rustled candelabras, avalanches off a high shelf, heading straight toward you. Ah! You duck, brace for impact, but never comes. Sorry about that. I was organizing some of the Flockar's droppings we stored in his art. I'm You take a hesitant peek up and see that the candelabras have been solid midair and are hovering just about over your head. The girl in front of you flicks a vine-wrapped hand, and the candelabras restack themselves on the shelf. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you. You stare at her, wide-eyed, and she gives you a knowing smile. First time meeting a wooden nymph? I'm Master. I run the shop. She holds out her hand, and when you shake it, you're shocked at how your skin feels both like polished wood and flesh all at once. I'm Elijah. I like your shop. Thanks. It's my father's, actually. Well, my grandfather's, I guess. It was his father before that. What does ownership really mean, anyway? If I feel the most strongly about something, does it then become mine? She pauses thoughtfully, looking off into the distance as her eyes glow dark and clouded. After a while, it seems obvious that she's checked out completely. Interesting. As his eyes lighten and refocus on Shreya's as she shakes her head clear. Oh, it's you again. I hope you'll be back. Nice and so. I spent a minor fortune the last time I was here. Listen, love, do you have any marbles? My friend here is worried about the first day of classes and wants a boost. Yeah, anything will help. Astrid looks at you, her eyes shining brightly. So you're a panic eye student too? You were so lucky. She skips off toward the counter and disappears behind it. I've been begging Papa to let me go, but he's still bitter about all that wand business. Astrid pops up from behind the counter, coughing and covered in dust. She lays the polished wooden box down on the counter with mystery miracle marbles written in gold. Pure handwriting on the lid. You give Shreya a look before gingerly lifting the edges of the box, revealing 4 multicolored orbs within. Wow, cool. What are they? Shreya plucks the clear orb from the box. Opaque, white smoke begins to curl inside the glass. One of the mystery things, bestsellers. Each one of these orbs contains of magic to perform one spell per element. They may be small, but they pack quite a punch. Like one very beautiful, very down-to-earth Harris we all know and love. With a smile, she places the white orb into your palm, folding your fingers over it. And this little guy is all yours. But why would magic people need something like this? You can use it instantly instead of taking time to build a spell, and it won't use any of your own magic, so you can cast again immediately. They're the very best in the market. Of course, they only work with the elements which they correspond. Look a little closer at the contents of the box and see a variety of colors in the trails of smoke. Blue, green, red. How do you even use it? Aster, do you have any singles? Aster rummages through a drawer before handing Shreya a dusty blue orb. It'll cost you, and I must insist that you go outside to. Shreya rolls a marble between her thumb and her forefinger, raising it up toward the ceiling. And a rain cloud appears overhead as the blue smoke dissipates with the marble. It begins to pour. See? Easy. You a ton. Never listen. The leaves in Aster's hair rustle, and she glowers at Shreya. She flicks her finger, and a strong blast of wind blows the cloud and the rain away, leaving you completely dry. Oh, don't be such a 10 years told, Aster. What do you think, Elijah? These will surely come in handy. These special one-time use orbs will help you stay at Pendergast and will unlock special scenes and options throughout the book. And these are at least helping you fly under the radar until I can figure out what to do next. You hand Aster a few bills on your wallet. She peers at them curiously. I hope that's enough? Absolutely not. This body is worthless. Lucky for you, I can fetch a high price for it. On the collector's market. After saying goodbye to Aster, you and Shreya head back through the portal to your dorm. So, now that you got a bit of magic to take into battle, do you think you're ready to face tomorrow? Honestly, I don't see how it would matter after this ton placement thing. Seriously, Shreya, what am I gonna do? She puts a tentative hand on your shoulder. You're gonna get through this because I'm gonna help you, and I'm just too fabulous to fail. You're able to hold your laugh in, and see when Shreya's laughing too. Over her shoulder, something catches your eye. In the mirror, across the room, see a smudge, maybe a shadow. Shreya, do you see that? Look around, trying to find the source of the reflection as you step closer to the mirror. The shadow pulses, grows, and you tilt your head even closer. Wait, it's only then that you realize the shadow is on your side of the glass. Elijah? Shadowy creature turns into a round shade of red. An opening appears below its two hollow eyes and lets out an angry hiss. It launches itself at you, sending you reeling. You trip your own feet, falling backwards as the shadow springs. You're out of the way and draw up a hand to keep it off the view. And a bright beam, golden as the sun, shoots from your palm, blasting right through the middle of the creature. Magic at me. How? Even though the light has faded, your palm still glows warmly. The shadow creature has been reduced to nothing. You feel the energy humming inside of you, and instantly, you know it's been there all along. Somewhere under the surface, somewhere secret. What the hell was that? I don't know, but it looks like there might maybe hope for you yet.